I'm smiling, but today is not really a good day. I may or may not have broke the truck again. Driving on the highway, and I ended up snapping both of my, I say lower ball joint, but it's a part of the lower control arm. Isn't the first time this has happened. Thin piece right here that sticks out is a pretty big weak point. So being a little too rough on it and kind of abusing it a bit, I might have sent it a little too hard on that one. So hopefully we can fix it today and get back to driving. The valve cover gasket is leaking. It won't start. We got it in the garage today. Shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, pull the air intake off, couple little hoses and lines. Here is the new gasket and seals. Alright, so the valve cover is off. I pulled the gasket and the seals off. I think we found our culprit. These inner spark plug seals were toast. My spark plugs, as you saw, were completely full of oil and it wouldn't turn over because it wasn't getting any spark from the distributor. So truck is all fixed, sitting on its own weight, ready to go. The plan was to take the bike to my dirt bike mechanic guy, shop dude, but he is currently going through some own personal issues, so that means we're gonna have to figure it out ourselves. But before we get to that, I have a couple things to note about the Audi. We got some rubbing issues that we're gonna try and figure out, and then we'll get right into the bike. I ended up going with 20mm spacers on all 4 corners, and I lowered the front just a hair. I think it was a ½ inch to match the rear, and I think it is sitting probably the best I'm gonna be able to get, especially with these tires. I mean, I could definitely go lower for sure, but I am having rubbing issues in the back. It is not rubbing on the fender, but the inner fender liner right there behind it. So I'm gonna jack the car up today and see if I can make some extra room in there. The front, I don't believe is rubbing. It's not telling anything on the tires. They look perfectly fine. I don't hear anything from the front. It's mainly just the back, but I mean, I don't blame it. It's definitely taking up most of that wheel as the back is still sitting a hair lower than the front. I'm not used to that rubbing life and that low boy life. We will see. So you can see where it's rubbing ever so slightly on that inner fender liner. Makes a really annoying noise that doesn't sound too good. So not the end of the world. We'll come back another day and raise the rear up. So let's get some sound clips of this diverter valve for you all. And to wrap us up into the end of this video, I am introducing you to my terrible lighting setup I got going on here to show you this sad looking thing. Oh my goodness, this poor girl just collecting dust. I didn't explain in any of my other videos, or you don't follow my Instagram, I locked my bike up. I believe it was a timing issue. Been battling bogging and trying to figure it out in the carb. Replaced everything, can't find it, still bogs. Only to go riding one day, I go to kick it over and it just locks up on me. Retimed it and it pretty much turns over perfectly fine. I mean, it works perfect for me. Everything's doing what it's supposed to do. Today we are pulling the head off because I would rather be safe than sorry. And we're gonna see if we did any damage to my valves. Had a friend just kind of run by me. I could have bent a valve, could have chipped a valve. And we both know that either of those would not be good. So today, hopefully, we're gonna wrap this video up by figuring out if my engine's okay. If I had $1 for every time my GoPro has either overheated, turned off randomly, or corrupted the SD card, I'd be pretty well off right now. We have the bike all torn apart. I had my GoPro sitting on the tool bench recording a time lapse, and I would look at it every once in a while to make sure it's recording, and it, what do you know, it turned off on me, and I lost the whole bit of that time lapse. So I mean, nothing too eventful. Pulled the rear subframe off, pulled exhaust, the engine mounts, pulled the carb back a little bit, and we are about to take this head off. So it'll be the first time that I have taken the head off, so I am gonna be seeing it for the first time just like you all. I don't know what I'm gonna see. It might be perfect, it might be toast. Alright, so we have the top head off. There is my piston right there. And looking at my valves, I'm gonna try not to lose these shims sitting on the top there. Oh, you can't see it without any light. There are my valves. Probably gonna be about as far as I get today. I made a bit of a mess right here. We have parts everywhere. But it is now time to take a couple pictures, make a few phone calls, and see what's going on. I'm probably gonna end up changing my valves, maybe. I'm just going ahead and replacing them while I'm already at this step. Now, whether or not I also do a piston, I don't know. So we're gonna see. Don't know much about engines as much as I act like I do or think I do. I don't know what the signs are of good and bad. I can say something looks black something looks not black, but other than that, I'm pretty clueless when it comes to stuff like that. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I know it was kind of all over the place today. I bounced around from the truck, the Audi, the bike. Bunch of stuff going on this week. Hopefully I get the bike figured out so we can get some more riding in. Happy the truck's back. Everything's going good, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching, guys.